Hello, everyone. Welcome to our next video on Deeper Than the Headlines. The headline today, don't retain overpayments. So the case I want to just highlight briefly today has to do with a healthcare organization in New York that ended up agreeing to pay over $29 million to resolve some allegations that they retained inflated, erroneous overpayments. And those payments came from the Uniform Services Family Health Plan. So this is the health plan that treats military personnel, retirees, and their families. So it's a DoD, Department of Defense health plan, essentially. Now, the healthcare organization in this case allegedly received capitated rates to provide care for these military families and personnel. And it was alleged in this complaint that the organization learned that there had been some errors made in the calculation of the capitated rates. And this resulted in overpayments over about a 4-year period of time. And after learning about that, it was alleged that instead of telling the health plan or notifying that health plan, or instead of returning those funds, they allegedly took steps to conceal that these overpayments even existed. And they continued to submit invoices at this inflated rate. So again, the allegations were that there was some knowledge of overpayments. Whether they were submitting a false claim is not necessarily what this one's about. It's that they received an overpayment, whether it was their own doing or someone else's doing. It was a miscalculation and they received overpayments. They knew about it and they did not return those overpayments. And so that's what this was all about. And the government first learned about these alleged overpayments by 2 whistleblowers. One was an interim chief financial officer at one of the organizations. The other was a consultant who was a consultant to the CEO and to the board. And then that consultant eventually ended up serving on the board of trustees. So interesting way that this information came about. But just keep in mind and remember this 60-day overpayment rule, right? That if you become aware of any overpayment, even if you didn't necessarily cause the overpayment, if you become aware of an overpayment and you do not return those funds within those 60 days, you could be liable under the False Claims Act. So hope you enjoyed this Deeper Than the Headlines video. Until next time, take care.